All right, let's just jump right into this explainer. Look, if you've ever been the one stuck managing an automated messaging system, you already know the drill. They can turn into this incredibly brittle, messy headache that just absolutely drains your IT department's time and resources. So today, we're taking a really close look at the Fullstacknotes API. We're going to break down exactly how it takes those fragile, frankly stressful legacy setups and transforms them into a rock-solid enterprise-grade machine. Just look at this, 99.98%. Now, that's not just a random stat. That highly specific number, that is the guaranteed uptime of your new API infrastructure. And honestly, if you're an IT manager or a systems operator, that percentage literally translates to complete peace of mind. It means you're no longer waking up in a cold sweat at 3 a.m. just because your custom WhatsApp connection randomly dropped and all your crucial alerts stopped sending. Sounds nice, right? So, here's our game plan for today. We'll be hitting reliability and cost, then smart routing mechanics, serverless persistence, multi-device scaling, dashboard control, and we'll wrap it up with simple migration. Let's get into it. Starting off with Section 1, reliability meets cost efficiency. This is all about building that stable foundation without completely wrecking your budget. There's this old myth in IT that you have to choose between speed and stability. Not anymore. This infrastructure pushes ultra-fast performance with literally less than 80 milliseconds of latency. Guys, that is virtually instantaneous. And when you pair that kind of lightning speed with relentless 24/7 system monitoring, you get an environment built on absolute precision. It guarantees your critical OTPs and your notifications are delivered the exact millisecond they're triggered. But, okay, what does enterprise-grade infrastructure actually cost you? Well, the pricing here is kind of mind-blowing. Take a look at the production tier. It's only 50,000 rupiah per month. For that, you get 500 requests a day, 3 API keys, and priority support. If you're managing an IT budget, this is the dream. It's completely predictable, totally transparent pricing with absolutely zero hidden fees. You're getting the robust reliability of a premium service, but at a price point that makes scaling up an absolute no-brainer. All right, moving to Section 2, Smart Routing Engine Mechanics. Let's talk about the digital traffic controller that keeps everything from jamming out. I want you to picture this entire flow as a high-speed digital traffic controller. Whenever your app fires off a request, the very first thing it hits is the gateway processing. Boom. Then it instantly shifts to API key validation to double-check your credentials. After that, it moves into the rate limiter control, which acts as a pacer, perfectly smoothing out the flow of data. And finally, the queue and routing system smoothly, perfectly directs every single message right to its destination WhatsApp client. It's basically a flawless assembly line, ensuring literally zero data gets lost in transit. Now, here's the absolute game changer. This rate limiter actively protects your infrastructure from spam bans. And if you've ever dealt with WhatsApp's notoriously strict rules, you know this is a massive, massive relief. This smart limitation system automatically paces your outputs so your numbers never get flagged. Plus, to keep your operations completely hands-off, it just automatically resets your messaging quotas right at midnight. It completely shields your setup, and your dev team doesn't have to write a single line of messy throttling logic. Up next, Section 3, Serverless Connection Persistence. Basically, how to keep the lights on 24/7 without lifting a finger. Okay, we really need to talk about the absolute biggest headache in legacy systems, keeping those actual device connections alive. Enter the Bailey's engine. You can basically think of this as an industrial-grade backup generator that silently runs in the background. It's doing all the hard work so your team doesn't have to. It's this incredibly robust underlying architecture that seamlessly maintains your WhatsApp connection around the clock. And the best part, you don't need to spin up, monitor, or maintain any of your own server infrastructure to do it. This right here is a massive paradigm shift. It is the end of technical debt as we know it. Look at the old way: hosting, managing, pulling your hair out, troubleshooting brittle node server connections manually. Then look at the Fullstacknotes way. You establish a rock-solid serverless link just by scanning a QR code on your computer screen. That's it. You scan it once, and their servers take over the heavy lifting forever. Honestly, it feels like magic. Section 4, Scaling with Multi-Device Routing. Expanding your capacity effortlessly. Look, as your business takes off, your messaging volume is going to scale, right? And this platform is built to handle that weight flawlessly. By leveraging multi-device support, your IT teams can distribute these massive message loads across several different numbers, all from one centralized hub. You link multiple numbers, manage them in a single workspace, and route large-scale blasts without hitting a single bottleneck. This kicks in on the Pro plans, and it essentially ensures that when your traffic spikes during a huge launch, your infrastructure doesn't sweat it. It just absorbs the hit. Moving on to Section 5, Dashboard Control, the ultimate command center for total operational visibility. This transparent dashboard is basically your IT cockpit. It lets your team instantly verify system health with just a quick glance. Check out this interactive breakdown. It tracks your API quota usage in real time. It shows you exactly how many requests you've used and exactly how many you have left. So no more guessing if you're about to hit a wall. Everything is right there, totally transparent, sitting right next to your latency averages and success rates. Honestly, the true beauty of this lifecycle management is the sheer security of it all. You can create API keys with very specific scopes, and then, get this, you can rotate those credentials on the fly without causing even a single second of downtime. You need to delete an old key? Do it safely. It won't drop your active Bailey's engine connections. Plus, you've got real-time logs updating constantly to track every sent, failed, or queued message instantly. It's total control. Finally, Section 6. Simple steps to migrate. How to ditch those awful legacy systems in under 30 seconds. Now, I know the word migration sounds absolutely terrifying to anyone in IT, but check out how ridiculously simple this transition actually is. Moving away from your brittle legacy system takes literally 30 seconds. All you have to do is update your HTTP endpoint. Seriously, you sign up, no credit card needed, generate your key, scan the QR code to link it serverlessly, and then just swap the endpoint in your existing code. It doesn't matter if you're writing in curl, Node.js, PHP, Python, or Go. The RESTful API makes the whole integration completely painless. And that brings us right to the core philosophy driving this whole platform, built with an obsession for speed, reliability, and simplicity. This guiding principle proves something really important. Enterprise infrastructure absolutely does not have to be overly complicated or wildly expensive to be rock solid. Every single endpoint here is designed purely for maximum performance, with zero unnecessary bloat. So here's my question to you. Are you ready to finally eliminate that technical debt and actually sleep through the night for once? I highly recommend you take a hard look at your current error logs. Think about all those hours your team wastes dealing with dropped connections. Isn't it time to let the Fullstacknotes API handle the heavy lifting so you can actually get back to building your business? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Go check out their documentation and take your infrastructure back.